Hi guys, welcome to week 5, the second to last week, I believe, of e-learning. I want to go over with you today a major change that I'm making to the assessment for the Crucible. So you see here that I have up the short essay assignment that I gave to you a couple weeks ago, and I recommended strongly that you have it open or you at least know which prompts you're going to address while you watch the movie so that you don't have to go all the way back through the movie in order to get evidence from it to support yourself in whatever essay you're choosing. Sorry about that. Here's what I think I'm going to do for this week. You are only going to end up writing one essay, not two. Okay. So we're going to do one essay and it's going to be due May 4th. So it's going to be assigned to you this week. You have this week to do it. And it is due Monday, May 4th by 8 p.m. For the week after that, you will have a critical reflection assignment instead of another essay. I decided to make this change for a number of reasons. I don't know, one of which is writing 2 essays back to back just seems a little cumbersome for you guys, but hopefully, you've had the past 2 weeks to just watch a movie and respond to some questions about it. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do here instead is you are going to just choose one of the essay prompts below. So choose, write a well-constructed minimum of 3 paragraphs essay. Okay, so I'll just change this, and this is still due. Your essay is due Monday, May 4th. Okay, so we'll keep this the same, this due date, but you're only going to choose one choice here. So out of all of these, you only have to pick one. I don't know how to do this. Here we go. Okay. All right, so you have 6 choices. Let's talk about them briefly. No matter what you choose, pay attention here. No matter what you choose for your essay prompt, make sure you include the following. So a minimum of 3 paragraphs. 4 is usually better in order to get your point across. Standard essay structure. So make sure you have an introduction, body, and conclusion. Make sure you have a thesis statement, which is the last sentence of your intro. Use evidence from the Common Lit articles, the film that you watched, and or the Arthur Miller essay, which I attached a couple weeks ago. So any of the resources that have been attached for you, any of the videos you've watched, any of your own Google research that you've done on the topic is fair game here. If you do use your own research, make sure that you reference it, that you cite it, so I know where you got your source from. All right, and then just size 12 font, Times New Roman or Arial, and double space it. So you're going to be typing this in a Google Doc, and that Google Doc needs to be uploaded / attached to this week's assignment and turned in on Google Classroom. And again, that due date is Monday, May 4th by 8 p.m. So 6 choices to write on. The first one is the idea of creating and exploiting public hysteria as a means to obtain power and manipulate people. So using the Salem witch trials and McCarthy era as examples, you're writing an essay about the impact of public hysteria, how that allows one to get more powerful, become more powerful, and how it also is used to manipulate people. Now, feel free to also bring in what's going on right now with the pandemic and how you believe, maybe the public has been misled about it, or maybe you think that, kind of the mass hysteria that's been created about it, it's led to crazy things like, people fighting over toilet paper in stores and things like that. So feel free to bring in some current events on that essay. All right, choice 2 right here. Identify a theme from the Crucible and explain how Arthur Miller demonstrates that theme throughout the play, why it fits his purpose in writing the Crucible. So it's kind of like twofold there. So what is a theme, a lesson, or an idea, a universal truth that comes from the Crucible, the story itself, and then why that relates to his purpose. Like, what is he trying to get across to his audience in writing that play? What is it he's trying to teach his audience through the play? Choice 3, who gets the blame for this entire horrific event? So for prompt 3, you are deciding who's to blame here. Who is at fault? Does the majority of the blame rest on one character? For example, Abigail. It's very easy to say right away, oh, it was Abigail's fault. She started it all. However, if you think about it more critically, there's actually multiple characters, not just the obvious Abigail, that need to share a part of the blame. So it says take a defined stand on one or two villains and defend it. Choice 4. Reverend Hale is a dynamic character. We say that because he evolves during the play. To what does he evolve and why? So from the beginning to the end, how does Reverend Hale change as a character? And what pressures directly influence his research of the citizens of Salem? And what does he learn from them that facilitates his change? So what is it about his quote unquote research into the citizens of Salem that makes him change either his mind about something or his actions, his beliefs, etc., etc.? Number 5, you are analyzing the title of the play, The Crucible. I would start with the definition of the Crucible and kind of see where that leads you. Is it the best title for this play? Is there another one that you are ready to offer up that you think would be maybe more creative, more fitting, etc.? What parts of the play support the literal and figurative definitions of Crucible? And then number 6 is about sacrifice. Says it has often been said that what we value can be determined by what we sacrifice. Consider how this statement applies to a character from the Crucible. Select a character that has deliberately sacrificed, surrendered, or forfeited something in a way that highlights that character's values. Then write a well-organized essay in which you analyze how the particular sacrifice illuminates the character's values and provides a deeper understanding of the meaning of the work as a whole. This one is a little more complicated. It's going to be at least 4 paragraphs if you write on this one, but I think it's a really interesting topic to think, who's really giving up the most in this play, and what does that tell you about that character's values, and who they are as a person and what's important to them. So, all right, so again, important changes. You're only writing 1 essay. You're choosing from these 6 prompts. You are using the film, the Common Lit articles, and the Arthur Miller essay that I uploaded into Classroom in order to support your answers. Just make sure that what you turn in is a final copy of your essay. It should be clean, it should be polished, it should be revised and edited. You have an entire week to write it, minimum 3 paragraphs. So as always, shoot me an email if you have any questions, if you need any help with that, or if you want any of the prompts explained in more detail, and we can get that taken care of this week. So thank you again for all the hard work that you've been putting in so far to e-learning. I miss you guys, and I will chat with you later.